Graphics cards are crazy expensive currently in Escape from Tarkov, whether you need them just to make a quick buck or you need them for the Bitcoin farm. These are my favourite ways of going about getting graphics cards, and it's mainly focused around the Interchange shopping mall. My favourite ways is to loot all of the tech stores, so my run is pretty simple. We start outside of Ollie, and we go into the front of Ollie. So we use Ollie as a landmark and we just simply head through the front doors. You will need to bust it open with either a melee or a bullet through the glass, and then head up the main stairs towards the Ollie Superstore. Once you've headed up the stairs, simply take a left when you can into the main part of the mall, and then straight ahead of you to the left you'll see our first tech store, and that is Texaco. Inside of here you won't just find graphics cards but also Tetrises as well, so make sure you check that out. First, you're going to want to check on top of this dishwasher or washing machine, and then check there because graphics cards can spawn there, as well as on top of these boxes. But not only that, but you're going to be wanting to check all of the shelves, in the middle shelves and the side shelves, as there are a ton of tech spawns. So make sure you check all 3 shelves in the middle as well as the outside shelves as well. There you go, this is what I mean. You get a Tetris here on the side shelf. That's a nice 500 grand or 600 grand if you get it to the Bitcoin trade on Mechanic. Once you've checked the store, you simply want to go out the front of it and up the escalator. The escalator right in front of you will take you up to probably one of the more contested areas inside of all of the Interchange shopping mall, and that is Tech Light, mainly because of this ultra medical storage room here that everyone likes to camp until the power's turned on. So once you're in here, check literally every shelf. I mainly find the graphics cards spawn in the middle shelves, so check these more thoroughly, but they can spawn throughout the whole of this store because it is full of tech spawns. Once again, where there's tech spawns, there's also chances of finding Tetrises as well, so you're not just looking out for graphics cards, although they are more expensive now. You're also going to be wanting to find some Tetrises as well for those Bitcoin trades. There we go, there's a graphics card right here. Our first graphics card of the day, and that's just our second tech store. Once you've looted Tech Light, simply go back down the escalators the way you came, and once you're down there, you're going to want to take a left down the corridor towards the centre of the shopping mall. Right in front of you, you'll see our next tech store, and that is Rasmussen. Go inside the broken windows of Rasmussen and check the middle counters as well as the side shelves. Once again, tech spawns all over. Just like that, our second graphics card on the side shelf here. And a Tetris, look at that. Once you've checked Rasmussen, go out the front towards the generic store, which is just opposite, and go down past the Kibber store. So Kibber store is just on your right down this corridor, there it is, and we're going to go straight past that and towards the bright blue signs of Mantis. Once you're opposite Mantis, you'll see our next tech store, and that is German. So you're going to want to go inside German, and just like everywhere else, you're going to want to check the side shelves as well as the middle countertops. Also check on the floor here by this knocked over countertop, because they can also spawn down here too. Inside German, this is actually probably the most common place that I find graphics cards inside of Interchange. It's tucked away and not always a place that people check, so make sure you're checking it thoroughly. Although there wasn't one this time, I do find them here quite a bit. And although this is our final tech store, it's not the final store we should check on this run. Come out of German and turn right and go towards Idea. You're going to be heading past Costin on your right and MES on your left, and you'll see across there's the bookstore, and across from that is TTS. You're going to want to check inside TTS as well. As soon as you go in the door of TTS, check on the side here. All of these orange countertops is a potential graphics card spawn, and they do spawn here quite a bit. Not to mention that Tetrises can spawn on these metal shelves as well, so make sure you're checking here thoroughly as well. So just from this run, 2 graphics cards, 2 Tetrises and a bunch of other tech, not bad at all, but you can do more. You can find more graphics cards, you can find more Tetrises, you can find other high value items as well. But just from looting those stores, you can find that amount of tech and it can fetch you a large amount of profit or help towards your Bitcoin farm amazingly. So that's all the tech stores, but it's not the only way that I recommend that you farm graphics cards. Another way you can farm graphics cards is simply by searching computers around every map in Escape from Tarkov. There's tons of computers all throughout every single map, but the main map that I use is also Interchange. There's 3 main clusters and it's around each 3 of the superstores, Idea, Goshen and Ollie. And inside these have offices, and offices have a ton of computers, and you can search all of them. If you're quick, you'll be able to get a lot of them done before other people search them, and you'll have a high chance of finding graphics cards. So the first cluster is actually at the front of Idea. Head to the left hand side and you'll see the manager's office. One of the doors spawn open, so don't worry about that. People haven't been in here if one of the doors are open, it just spawns this way. So you go inside and instantly you're going to want to check this shelving unit right in front of you, and this is where graphics cards can spawn also, as well as on this shelving unit here. But not only that, you've got the potential of searching all the computers for graphics cards, so make sure you check every single one. And you're just going to want to check under everyone's desk. Not every desk has a computer, but most of them do, so just double check and you'll find the computers that you can search. Once you've checked all of the computers inside of this office area inside Idea, make sure you come to the back corner and check these boxes, as a tech spawn is here also and you can find a graphics card sitting on top of there. And also, don't forget to check the back as well. These shelving units also have tons of tech spawns, so you can see graphics cards spawning on these shelves. You'll see them on the middle shelf or on the bottom shelf. So make sure you're checking all of the shelves in this area too. After you've checked the Idea area, you're going to want to go back to the front of it and you can head towards the Goshen offices now. Simply when you're at the front looking at the Idea sign, follow the counters round to the right and head towards the center of the shopping mall. You'll be leaving the Idea area and you'll see Trend to your right, but on this pathway where the escalators are, take a left and go down the back hallways. You'll be going through this back route, and once you open the first set of doors, you'll see another set of doors go past that and you'll see an open door, and this leads to one of the Goshen offices. Go inside here and take a immediate left through this door. There's another office with a computer in it, you can search that first. And then come out and loot the main office itself. Once you've finished looting this area, you'll notice there is one closed door. Go through that closed door and head straight ahead through into the Goshen Superstore. Go all the way to the other end, keep heading straight past all of the cash registers and go to the other end of the Goshen Superstore. You'll see another set of double doors. Go through these double doors and straight ahead of you, past these boxes, you'll see a silver door. Go into this door and there is another office waiting for you. Once you've finished looting the office, go back out the door you came in, take a left and follow the hallway around. We're not done yet, boys, even though we've found a shit ton of computers. Keep following the hallway and open the double doors, and this will actually take you out towards Texco and the Ollie Superstore. Inside of Ollie, you'll notice there's a bunch of information desks. There's one over there, one further back, and one towards the left side of the store. All of these have computers in. You can check them for graphics cards, but actually we're not here for that. You can check them, of course, and there's also offices over there that you can check a couple of computers, but we're going to head all the way down to our left, and this is where the main bulk of computers lie. So of course you can as well, while you're running past it, loot the computers inside of the information desks inside of the Oli Superstore, and that'll give you extra chances of finding some graphics cards. But if you come all the way to the left hand side of the Superstore, go through these open double doors, take an immediate right and open another set of double doors, you'll see that there are some silver doors on your left hand side. Inside here are the Oli offices, and inside here are a ton of computers that you can loot. Once you've looted that office, go out the door you came in, take a left and follow the hallway down. You'll see a door knocked off its hinges but is covered with trash. You're going to want to keep going around and follow the hallway. You'll go past some more double doors, keep following it around in a horseshoe shape, and you'll see another door that's open. You can go in here and there's another set of offices with a ton of PCs you can loot. Once you've looted this office, go back out the door, turn a left again, and you'll go down almost to the end of the corridor, and you'll see another closed door. Open that, and there's one final office you can also loot for computers. Now, after all of those computers, you'd expect to be filled with graphics cards, but unfortunately that isn't always the case. Looting computers isn't the best way, and certainly isn't more effective than looting the tech stores in Interchange, but there are a lot of them on this map, and there are a lot of them on every other map that you might as well check while you're running past them. And when they're in big clusters like that, you do have a chance of being persistent and then eventually getting a graphics card or two out of the computers. Because I find Interchange has the most computers, I'll also add this interactive map into the video description for you guys. You'll be able to filter by items that you want, for example computers, and it'll show you on the Interchange map exactly where all the computers are. So if you do want to search every single one in the Interchange mall, you can do. But what I showed you just there was the 3 main clusters of computers that you should be checking while you're doing your run-throughs on Interchange. If you're not scared of reserve like me, it's also a great place to find some graphics cards. Where the helicopter has landed by the white pawn, the black pawn and the skull, as well as the white queen, is a great landmark to go to get a few graphics cards. If you don't know where any of this area is, simply look to the dome and head far left on the map and you'll see this helicopter no problem. When looking at the front of the helicopter, the way it points is towards the skull, and this is actually a good place to go and get some loot. So if you go in the left hand side door and go up the stairs straight ahead of you, there is a room that you can unlock with the RBAK key on the second floor right here. However, it's the most useless key in the game. Don't bother buying it, because if you go up another set of stairs, nice and simple, take a left and go through the first room on the right, you'll see that there's an open room and a window on the far right that you can actually jump out of onto the overhang of the front entrance of the school, and if you crouch in, you're actually in the RBAK room. And inside here is a bunch of tech spawns on the metal shelves, so check this room thoroughly because graphics cards can spawn in here quite frequently. As you can see, there's a Tetris here as well, so you can get some good money just from this room. But be aware, because people know that this room's a hotspot, so people like to snipe from dome, and there is only a couple of ways out if you don't have the key. You can jump out of this window here, for example, out the back, or you can jump out the window you came in, so be aware that you might be trapped in here at times. There's also a couple of computers that you can loot, but staying stationary where people can shoot you is not always the best idea. It's not only this room that you should check for graphics cards either. If you go out back towards the helicopter and then you're looking towards the front of the helicopter, take a right and you'll see the building called White Queen. If you go towards where it says Welcome to Hell outside the front, and when you're looking at it, take a left and go down to the side of the building. When you're following the path down the side, you'll see some open doors. Go in these massive metal open doors and you'll see a ton of shelving units. On these shelving units and on the floor, you'll also see potential graphic card spawns. So basically check every single server rack, every pulled out server you can, because it's not just graphics cards, it's also military tech that can spawn here as well. Now this is a secondary place in my opinion for you to loot. I much prefer the Interchange map as a whole rather than Reserve. It's a lot safer to extract from, and you'll be able to get out with more graphics cards more frequently. Checking these two areas that I've shown you on Reserve doesn't always give you the best amount of profit and the best amount of luck getting some graphics cards. But if you're on this map anyway, it's worth a check around White Queen's internal area here, and as well as the RBAK room, which, by the way, don't buy the key for. I've said it already, but please don't. I've seen so many people putting it up for quite a bit of money, and it's pointless, lads. It's fucking pointless. To be fair, you don't even need to go into Raid to actually get a cheap deal on some graphics cards. Graphics cards themselves are 1.1 million rubles on the flea market, almost 1.2 million rubles, and they will probably continue to go up with the rise in Bitcoin prices, because Bitcoin prices in this game are linked to the real life prices of Bitcoin and how much they sell for. So bear that in mind, considering Elon Musk and Tesla just invested $1.1 billion in it. But if you want to use your intelligence center, you can actually craft graphics cards for less than half the price. This is what you need to craft graphics cards in the Hideout. You need your intelligence center at level 2, you need 4 printed circuit boards, you need 2 CPUs, you need 2 CPU fans, and 1 VPX storage module. The most expensive part of this is the VPX storage module, and if you open that and buy it from the flea market, it's 370 to 380,000 rubles. Then you need 2 CPU fans. They're 39,000 roughly on the flea market themselves. Then CPUs, they're 32,000 on the flea market roughly. And printed circuit boards, they're 28,000 to 30,000. And all of these items, bar the VPX storage module, you'll find a shit ton through looting, say, the tech stores or looting stashes. This will be half the price of actually buying the graphics cards for your Bitcoin farm. And it's not only that, you can also loot stashes. Say if you want to just chill out, play a bit of the rat and loot some stashes around most maps in Escape from Tarkov, graphics cards do have a chance to spawn there. Although it may not be the highest chance, they still do have a chance to spawn there, and it's worth checking. I have a really good stash run that could be used on your scav, which also is on the Interchange map, and it'll allow you to loot 8 stashes in a matter of 5 minutes. If you check all these stashes and keep running it every chance you get a scav, you'll be likely to find a graphics card eventually by just using pure persistence. With any of these methods that I've shown you, although you will eventually get graphics cards, it's not going to be instant graphics cards one after the other unless the RNG is really on your side, so bear that in mind. But these are my favourite ways of finding and getting graphics cards for either the Bitcoin farm or to make a quick bit of cash. So if you did enjoy this video guys, a like is always appreciated, and subscribe for future content. I'll be making more videos like this for hard to find items, and I hope you guys like them. But other than that, thank you so much for watching again. Leave comments down below if you have any other ways of finding or getting graphics cards. I'd love to hear from you. We can make a little thread down there on the best ways, and we can come together as a community and help each other get our Bitcoin farms up. But other than that guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Anyway guys, I thank you all for watching all the way to the end of this video. Your support really does mean a lot to me. It allows me to keep doing what I love to do and get new content out for all of you lot. If you like the video that I just put out, then a like is always appreciated, and if you want to stick around and get updated when I upload, then consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. According to YouTube's analytics, then the majority of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're someone like that, then why not hit that little button below? It's free and it helps my channel out, so what do you really have to lose, right? And if any of you guys are interested in playing demanding games like Tarkov but are struggling with the performance, why not check out Shadow? Shadow's a cloud gaming subscription service that allows you to access a Windows desktop client with the top of the range hardware located at your nearest data center. Shadow is a service that I still use all the time. Anytime I'm out of the office and need to edit a video or record some footage, Shadow is perfect. They're a company that I really enjoy working with, and they're ideal for anyone who travels a lot or just someone that can't afford a super high powered PC. Shadow's got many people covered as long as you've got a relatively decent internet connection. If you wanted to check Shadow out, then there's a link below that you can go and do your research and find out more about their services. And if you do decide to subscribe to Shadow, then you can use my code Samosh and you'll save yourself some money, which is always worthwhile. I'd like to thank you once again for making it to this point in this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.